never above you.
I have to apologize to my guy Surge because
It was
this
last December.
December?
Yeah, when we shot it, it was
Yeah,
last
we
December.
shot an episode in December, and I didn't actually officially put it out. I didn't put my energy behind it like I was supposed to, and I apologize for that. So
No, it's
that's
all
why
good,
I
it's all
wanted to
good, bro.
come here to New York City where he lives
Come
and
on.
do another one and do the real one. First and foremost, that's what we're here for. He's an artist, a great artist. He's a producer, engineer, do plenty of things.
That's how we roll.
That's how you roll.
You know, and at this day and age, technology made it happen, made it possible for us to really master all these aspects. I feel like for up and coming artists, if you're not doing all this on your own yet, then you're 100% missing out on learning how the kitchen works behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And before we even get to it, actually, I literally just caught an idea. If an artist go this path, right, he basically prevents from getting screwed over, I would say, by engineers or producers. Imagine like you're sitting in a studio, right, with someone new, like your homie vouch for this guy, like, yo, work with him, this and that. Imagine this person taking advantage of you not knowing terminology and all these little technicalities. So he'd be like, yo, honestly, bro, it's impossible. But you already know this guy just lying, straight up
Yeah.
lying to you. No one's gonna just mess with you because they already know that you're about this action.
About the
Like,
action.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know what's
yeah.
actually, you know what's up, in other
Yeah.
words.
I feel you on every aspect of that. Another thing, that we'll be talking about today is your come up. You come up, you come up, you come up.
I'm still in the process. No.
He said I'm still in the process.
You're talking like I'm
I'm
already
talking
charting
about
on
the
Billboard.
come up. I'm talking about the come up from Russia to America. I don't think that a lot of people really grasped on that. When I dropped our little clip, I should say. I don't think people really, because that's a strong thing that comes from,
You mean to leave your family and everything behind and just like
just
try
for
to,
your dream.
I mean,
That's a
yeah.
big thing.
We did pretty much talk about this on the last episode, right? What can I say? It's just one of those sacrifices that you have to make if the time for opportunity comes in and
Yeah.
you see it. You literally have just two options: whether you take it or you blow it,
Right.
right? So that's what happened to me. It was like 7, 8 years ago, roughly. And it just so happened that this opportunity was overseas here in America. So I'm like, I mean, if it was any other country for that matter, I believe I would just marinate on this potential idea of moving out of my country in order to pursue my dreams. It's just not really strictly about the America. It's about the fact that, okay, I saw the opportunity and I'm like, okay, let's go get it. Actually, one open.
Yeah.
Authentic Russian beer. You guys better reach out to me as soon as possible while I'm taking on an endorsements deal for the low. You want one, by the way? You good?
She probably really want one, but she's
You
working.
should just keep it professional, you know what I mean? I got you right after. Don't worry about it. I have plenty.
So I'm curious, what is your creative process like? Like lay upside down in your room and cut the lights off with candles around you?
Yo, honestly, if I go into the details, into like real details, how I approach my creative
Because everybody
process.
got their way of coming
Yeah.
up with the hot songs that they come out with. So I just really be curious about different people's way
Yeah.
they come up with them.
If we talk about recording, right? The way I record is extremely intimate process
Okay.
for me. That's why whenever I'm in the studio working with someone else, I'm still getting used to this.
Yeah.
It kind of like throws me off slightly.
It's weird
Yeah,
for
not
me to
big
have
time.
y'all in here just doing the podcast.
Yeah, no, that's the thing,
It's
right?
it's
That's exactly
weird. Like,
that's
so
exactly what I
know
mentioned.
you-
Yeah,
I know.
because like last time we did it, it was just literally in your crib.
Yeah,
and
it was
and right
fun.
now
It
it's-
was flowing.
Yeah,
but now
yeah.
I feel like pressure on me for some reason. I don't know. I don't.
Claire's putting pressure on us.
Yeah.
No, we just joking. Remember last time we talked about putting ourselves in uncomfortable situations all the
Yeah.
time. That's another uncomfortable
Yeah,
situations
yeah.
that
We had to
making
overcome.
us grow and
Yeah.
so that's good. Thank you, Claire.
Yeah. Thank you, Claire. Definitely.
I never actually talked about it with anyone outside. Someone might look at me sideways.
But
like,
I want
what?
you. The reason why I asked you this because I want you to bring it up because I know for a fact that everybody got their weird ways of doing everything. So
Yeah,
it's like
that's true.
you shouldn't feel no way because everybody got their own way.
The main thing about my process is that like most of the time I be recording completely naked, bro. Like that loosens me up. Like, bro, I'm telling you that's what I told you. This is intimate to me. That's why
I
I
thought
don't
you was
really,
gonna say something. I did not expect naked.
yeah, bro. That ass.
No, but
That
that's your
ass.
thing, though. I can't judge you. That's your thing.
Yeah,
That's
and
what you do.
And another reason for that though is I'm forced to turn the AC off. That shit is way too noisy, right?
Yeah.
Like imagine me coming up with some heat, and on top of that, it's stuffy in a
It's
room.
cold.
It's a double sauna. You know what I mean? So basically, that's why it really didn't. It doesn't really take me a lot of time to warm up. Few takes, and I'm ready to roll in full swing.
That's a good thing. So, who would be the artist if you could collab with anybody right now? Like,
Without a doubt, Post Malone, right? Posty, I really love Posty. His latest album, I don't know if you heard, but
no.
even though it was mad depressive, it's still a piece of art with substance, you know?
Okay.
But I really love Post Malone of like 2018, 2019
Yeah,
version.
that was like his
Right
peak
now,
era,
yeah, right now I feel some type of way about like what he's putting out.
You know, I felt the same way about the weekend.
The
Because the
Weeknd?
weekend when he was putting out
Bro,
all
facts,
this, all
I'm
this
telling
heat,
you.
but then he just started putting out all this like emo stuff or something. Oh,
He said emo, but I think he just got way too carried away with this 80s synth pop type of vibe. So it's like I feel like he really, in a way, abandoned his fans that was really rocking with fusion of rap and R&B. So it doesn't seem like he's still doing this. Matter of fact, The Weeknd, yeah, I would love to do something with The Weeknd too, but again, The Weeknd of the 2017, 2018 version, you know. As of now, it's a tough question, honestly.
Tough question.
Tough question, yeah.
I mean, you know, Post Malone and the Weekend, they good people to collab with. I think y'all energies.
I really like Jack Harlow right now. Yeah, Jack Harlow.
Okay, yeah, that's another one.
His versatility.
I wish I set it up in this way, because I did every artist I have on all the rap, I get them to freestyle.
Oh,
So
damn.
I wish I had this set up to do everything. Me interviewing you, you just come on and just kick it. But yeah,
Speaking
I
of this
get.
idea, it's dope. But my freestyle would have been prepared beforehand, definitely. And
Yeah, but that's
But the
not a
thing-
freestyle.
Yeah, but the thing is,
I'm
like-
being real with you. You just kind of told on yourself on the camera. That's not a
But,
freestyle.
bro,
wasn't
you can
supposed
always
to-
cut it. What's the problem?
I'm not cutting it.
Don't expose me.
No.
But come on, let's be real.
No, you're right.
All these rappers be doing
they do
this,
that.
so
Yeah, you're right.
come
You're
on,
right.
like,
You're right. They be writing that.
They,
be
they
writing
never
that
do it
stuff.
off the dome. Like I don't
Yeah.
believe that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But I do believe that Juice World. Like
yeah, no,
I-
he was. Yeah,
I
he was
feel-
spitting it out the brain.
Yeah, I felt like
Yeah.
he was really doing it on the fly.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I do wanna kind of switch gears a little bit because I'm really interested in back home, Russia. Can you take us back there and how you feel about what's going on right now? And I do want to get you because it's like we got somebody here that's from there. So
Yeah.
of course we will want to know how you feel about that.
So let's start it off with me saying that I'm a peacemaker. You know.
Yeah,
So
me too.
I would never advocate for violence.
Mm.
Not a lot of people actually know that, but this war has been going on since 2014. Are you
Right.
surprised or not?
I'm surprised. Really surprised.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah, I could tell that. So I don't really want to talk about
Yeah.
a lot of details.
Yeah,
what
I-
I think.
I mean,
because politics, you know, it's
it is a touchy subject, but I did.
it's a sensitive and such a subject. Yeah.
It was more about me, you know, just if I was here in New York, right, and I hear about, oh, Philly is going into shambles, like I'm gonna feel away. I just wanted to
Nah,
get that
completely.
feeling from you, like you know,
I
like
don't just feel away. At times, I be feeling some type of pressure from people I be conversating with. I guess some people is not really capable of detaching politics from common sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like saying right after 9/11, right? Like Muslim is a terrorist. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's insane. Like, why do you even generalize like this?
Yeah. Have you thought about doing that just because of like, well, maybe I need to not talk in Russian, or maybe I need to change some stuff up or something?
Nah.
Right.
I haven't thought about that Definitely. And first of all, man, it's like Canada and United States. We're all brothers. We're the same blood. Honestly, we have been like for centuries one unified country, you know.
Mhm.
And some people from Ukraine that I've met here, and even some intimidated Russian people, they be talking, yo, don't even say that you're from Russia. And I'm like, you bugging or what? I'm not afraid of anything. I would say that I'm Russian proudly, out
Right.
loud, without no
And
hesitation. I don't give a shit like what's going on in
Yeah.
politics area, bro. I am Russian, like.
right. What I wanted to do, and the reason why I introduced you as that, because I want you to be that. I want you to walk in who you is. Because when you not walking in that, then you fake. And
No,
you don't
definitely.
wanna
That's
be
that's
fake.
that's
you don't
what I'm
wanna
about.
Be, you don't
I'm
want to
about
be
to
fake in this
real.
game, though.
Exactly. I'd rather choose the harsh realness than the sweet fakeness, honestly.
Yeah, because you can be a person that's from there. That's cool. And when people really get to know you, and then they be like, oh, you're not too bad.
Yeah, but why would you even assume in the first place that a Russian person can be bad? You
Why
know,
would
that's
somebody
already.
assume
Y-
a person with their hair wrap is a third?
That just goes to show that some people be watching way too much of TV. Bro, you be getting way too brainwashed. Like, stop watching this bullshit. Like, you just have to understand every country's media, it be framing the stories the way they would benefit from. That's just way too obvious.
I wanted to say a blessing to the people that's going through the regular civilians. Um,
And I do have relatives, I believe. I still do have relatives in Ukraine, bro. So it's like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
mad unfortunate. You
yeah,
know?
yeah, definitely. I want to. Let me bring it up a little bit,
Yeah.
because it was real low. But I want the people to get to know you, who the Surge is.
Yeah,
I
appreciate
don't
you,
just
bro.
want to talk about.
Before we bring it up, I just still want to say that I love all my Ukrainian brothers. So
Yeah.
stop watching this freaking media. It just gets me tight.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. So what's up next?
So
Is you doing movies?
I had decided recently to take a little step back and I practically didn't post anything, didn't release anything.
Me too.
Yeah, you see, we're on the same page in a way.
Yeah.
It was several circumstances that led me to reconsider the way I approach my career in general. I was just randomly dropping music, randomly releasing some content, TikToks, and I wasn't really gaining much when it comes to fan base, right? Because
Same.
it was way too sporadic.
Yeah.
You have to have a plan in the first place,
Yeah.
right? That's exactly what I didn't have.
Right.
In order to gain some momentum, you have to stay consistent. You know, staying consistent is probably a key
The key.
ingredient to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm learning that now.
You try to-
and I'm learning that now, and that's why I kind
I
of
see.
I pulled back and I devised I made the plan. It's
So
pretty good.
You like it?
Yeah, it's
I'm
good.
telling you, bro. That's the lightest one. Ironic part about this is
You're selling the shit out of this. I want to say that.
I'm telling you, these guys better reach out to me. I already said that. The thing about this, I ain't even tried it when I was in Russia.
Oh.
So it was like America made the stars align.
Yeah.
A friend that I used to work in the studio in downtown, I hit him up if he's down to help on a feature. And he was like, oh, cool, let's do it. He recorded this, sent it over, I mixed it, and I put it for distribution, right? My distributor was basically denying it, saying that I have to request the approval from the featured artist, like the formal stuff that they believe he might be under a certain record label that they
They're
have
just trying to cover it.
Yeah, they just want to clear it
Yeah.
so that everything was legitimate. So all this back and forth. And then I stopped myself for a second, like, this could be actually a sign for me to take a step back. So that's what I did. And now I'm collecting like 4 or 5 songs that's ready to go, literally like masters,
Mhm.
so that I have a leeway. It's gonna give me like a head start of 5 months. You know what I mean? That's been always bothering me that you just dropped a song, but I have to have a lot of content, backing it up.
Backing it up.
And I have to be shooting, I have to be doing these interviews, I have to be like podcast, music video, TikToks, posts, photo shoots. Bro, it's insane. It's just
Yeah,
overwhelming.
yeah.
And on top of that, when you finish with all this, you realize that, damn, it's been already over a month since I released my last work, right? So I have to drop something again to keep feeding the audience, right? And keep them engaged. And that was like the biggest deal breaker, I would say, when it comes to staying consistent. That's why I decided to, okay, let me just have a, I don't know, little catalog of works that I can distribute. And I'm just taking care of content like this right now.
Right.
And that could work for a lot of up and coming artists, I believe, too.
If you could change anything about the industry that you in, what would that be?
That's a profound question.
Yeah.
I love it, but at the same time, it could get pretty controversial if I really speak my mind right now. I'll try to phrase it somehow harmless. Let me think of my answer while I'm listening to your take on it. Because
Oh, so-
if you asking me this
Okay.
question, you probably have
Yeah.
some
so,
concerns that you would address, right?
I mean, not really, but I got a couple things.
What's your podcast about primarily?
My podcast primarily is about life.
Okay.
The niche is me, having different people from different walks of life, like you, comedian or whatever, getting their
Mhm.
story from beginning to end. And my listeners could possibly learn something from. I believe personally that with all our stories, we can learn something from each other.
Yeah.
So all we got to do is have a conversation, and this is the conversation.
Okay, so I answer your question. I feel like there's a lot of artists that be glorifying stuff that shouldn't be exposed to youth.
That's a good answer. I like that.
Young generation.
Yeah.
Especially now, it's getting way too out of hand.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping we have reached the peak, but at the same time, I'm kind of afraid we haven't yet. We keep witnessing a lot. I'm not gonna say no names again. I don't want to be super controversial. Way too many major acts promoting, so to say, what Kanye would say, godless agenda.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right now, I think the music is really dark right now. It's
and
a
that
lot
really
of stuff
that really
going
upsets me.
on. I'm an R&B lover. I love R&B. I love music that make me feel good, that make me dance, that make the girls dance. I'm for all that. So when I get with people who, like Surge has a song called "The Winner." It's a winner anthem. I love songs like that promote winning, that promote celebrating the championships, because we all go through hardships, and when we finally win, we need something to party to.
Yeah,
So,
I appreciate you for bringing that up because this topic really concerns me a lot. It's not something that I would just touch upon like, yeah, like it's whatever. Nah, I be talking about this with a lot of people that's in my circle.
right.
In a way, I feel like the industry and whoever stands behind it is trying to shape the rising generation. And I don't really agree with the way they're trying to raise this kids.
But
And
what
that's
I
to
would do-
put it extremely mildly. I would go off to the fullest right now if I had the security that we actually still have the freedom of speech, which
yeah,
we don't.
We don't.
We don't.
And I understand exactly what you're talking about, and I wanted the people to get that. To hear that, because it's not just me who think that. Because like
Bro, I'm
it's not just
you
me.
get what I'm saying.
It's not just me who
telling you.
think that, but it's just not cool for us to, I guess, talk about it.
No, you
But
just
if
don't want to
you-
bend mouth. In other words, if you throw shade on someone, putting out names, then that can be already a problem. Especially with your up and coming platform, with my up and coming platform, right? It could be detrimental.
Right.
It can lead to serious consequences that you
Seriously.
will regret later on.
No, you're not lying about that, and
Yeah, but they understand what we're talking about.
no, they definitely understand.
do.
They better understand. Y'all better understand. This is a great transition, and will be my last question for you. If you could change anything to make the world a good place or a better place,
Oh my God, I'm
I mean-
already loving this question, man.
and
Like,
that's
you hit it on point. Like, before answering that, let me just ask you, how was that hurricane thing?
it was pretty bad in certain places.
Yeah, how about your area?
Uh, we just got, it was just bad tropical storm. Some trees went over, but
Oh,
not too.
just that. Okay,
yeah, it
so
wasn't enough of flood or nothing.
so that's what I would change, and I even know the recipe to it.
Oh, you talking about climate change?
Yeah,
Like climate, yeah.
bro, it's too simple. People just don't really have time for it. They're too preoccupied with their own troubles, financial issues, their meetings, and all
Mm-hmm.
that. In the grand scheme of things, I know what measures you should take in order to prevent this to happen. Florida, Texas,
Okay.
Afghanistan with their earthquakes and all that.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that
Oklahoma.
what happened in Oklahoma,
You know, they be having twisters and all that stuff all the time.
like tornadoes. I've heard tornadoes, like
yeah.
mad tornadoes in that
Yeah,
area. Yeah,
yeah.
I would easily be activist for planet preservance, or
Okay.
did I say it right?
I want to say it. You say it right.
Yeah. Did I say it right?
You smarter.
Yeah, like
You smarter than me. You know,
since the
you know
last
more than me.
episode.
But no,
Yo.
that's good, and it's different because anybody else would say, "Oh, I would change the time of the street light." Like, so nobody wouldn't really, go deep in.
I appreciate that
Yep.
annotation. So I did my research about this 100 years ago, and I'll tell you the exact year, 1902. There was only two, what do you call them, natural disasters across the planet, bro. Like, and it was one minor earthquake and extreme weather, and I didn't even know that that's classified as a natural disaster, but it's
Right.
whatever. How many of those we be having right now,
Every
21st
day.
century? Over 400
Dang.
on average every year. You know why though?
Because of the gas and the pollution from the gas.
Straight up. That's exactly.
I see. I know a little something.
Nah, bro, it's insane, bro. Like, people be saying, "Oh, that's just hurricane season," that's a normal thing, bro. Nah, that's not a normal thing.
Yeah.
That's a Mother Nature basically retaliating and fighting
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
What are you talking about? 100 years ago, it wasn't a thing.
Right.
For it to happen this often, at least. I'm not saying that there wasn't natural disasters back in the days at all. Of course there was. That's what I would change. I would change people's mindset about pollution, emissions, dumping waste in the ocean. Bro, ocean is
Yeah.
trashed.
Yeah.
Ocean is trashed.
Yeah.
I've seen documentaries I wish I would have never seen, because
Yeah,
like
me
ignorance
too.
is bliss, honestly. Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah. I
Now
see.
that I know, it's like, man, I have to use my voice to wake people up.
Yeah, you're doing it right now because
I am.
a lot of
And I
of
appreciate
us.
you for giving me the opportunity,
Yeah,
bro.
I know a lot of us don't even think about these things. So,
That's
like
the
I
thing.
said, I like to have conversations so stuff like this could just come out because they don't think about this on a day-to-day basis. They just get up, they watch the news and be like, "Oh, it's going to rain today," oh, it's going to be sunny today,
Yeah.
and that's it.
And we can't really blame them for it, because like,
Yeah, we can't blame them for it. No. But
we're
it's
doing our
good.
best.
It's good for people that's like you that's interested in these things. You do a little research, and we can get a little.
I do a lot of research.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I'm a
but-
really nerd when it comes to
Yeah,
this type of.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't lie to my people. I wing this whole thing.
Me too.
I thought of these questions on the bus on the way here, and Surge just caught on to everything so well, and I appreciate you so much, man. You don't even understand.
talk,
I
bro.
appreciate you for doing this so much.
Good talk.
I
Appreciate you
want to
too.
say, drop your Instagram. You want to drop anything that you want the people to go watch,
yeah,
listen to, anything. And my guy do beats too for the rappers, so you can point them to all these things.
I actually started even working in the studio literally down the block here in the Times Square.
Oh,
It's
okay,
called,
yeah.
it's called the Penthouse Studios. If you want, actually, we can drop by. I'll show you.
Okay.
My handle for basically all my social medias is the Surge. I also have a website, thesurge.com. Yeah, so that's
That's where they
basically
can
it.
find everything at the beats and everything.
Yeah, I keep it updated, because you don't own your Instagram, you don't own your
Right.
Twitter.
Right.
You have to own your platform.
Yeah. I do.
I remember. Yeah, I saw it. I peeped it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks legit, bro. I loved
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's going to be better. Like I said, I got people that I'm working with now, like actually do like the podcast stuff. Like he has history in radio. He used to work with ESPN and stuff like that. So you should see a better all around. Thank you. Once you subscribe, thank you for giving me your time. I want to say it's all in you. If you want to change, it's all in you. Just look within, and you will see.
I do this for us,